The Cockroach Janata Party and Sonam Wangchuk's hunger strike, the truth that nobody is talking about. Imagine studying for 12 to 15 hours each single day, giving up on your social life, your parents spending lakhs on coaching. The actual question isn't whether an exam was fair, but the real question is, can students still trust the system? And when an activist like Sonam Wangchuk decides to risk his own health by going on an indefinite hunger strike, this stops being just another protest. Now it has become a nationwide conversation. So today let's count on facts from emotions and understand what exactly the ground reported and how it is happening. See, before starting, a brief disclaimer is it is not something against the system or for the system. It's just an approach which brings us to a point of thought where today it's someone else's turn, tomorrow can be ours, tomorrow can be yours. So let us be united and be vocal about what actually needs to be addressed as a nationwide buzz around the bare minimum that we can actually count on as a youth. So, what exactly Cockroach Party is doing is, despite the name of Cockroach Janata Party, it's not a conventional political party, loud and clear. It's just a youth led protest movement that emerged in 2026. Why the word cockroach? So, according to the movement, unemployed and protesting youth were insulted and compared to cockroaches. Instead of rejecting the label, they adopted it as a symbol of resilience. Sending a very simple message: if you treat us like cockroaches, don't be surprised when we refuse to disappear. The movement is led by Abhijit Dipke and has drawn supporters from students, competitive exam aspirants, unemployed youth, and social activists, backed up by some social student unions like ISA and more. What started online now quickly has reached to the streets of Delhi. Why the students are angry? Students are not protesting because they enjoy doing so, but they believe that the examination system has become unreliable. The movements point out to the repeated concerns over alleged paper leaks, exam irregularities, delays in investigations, and the mental pressure these controversies create. Just imagine and think about it: years of preparation, sleepless nights, financial sacrifices, mental stress, and repeated failures of students as well as the system. That is why the protesters are demanding accountability. One of the main political demands is the resignation of Union Education Minister Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan. The government eventually has actually rejected the demand, which actually intensified the conflict between the CJP and the system handlers. Now, the bigger picture arises of why Sonam Wangchuk joins the protest. Sonam Wangchuk is known across India for his work in education and environmental conservation. On June 28, 2026, he began an indefinite hunger strike in support of students demanding education reforms, with a clear message that if students are losing faith in education, the country cannot afford to ignore them. As the days passed, doctors repeatedly warned that his health is deteriorating, but Wangchuk continued for his supporters as a peaceful sacrifice. Now, the hospital controversy. On 18 July, Delhi police shifted Mr. Wangchuk to Safdarjung Hospital, and that's when the debate exploded. The government's position on the take was the transfer was necessary to protect his life and followed medical advice. The protesters' position to this is they alleged that he was taken against his wishes forcefully without his will or consent. Now, this shows two different and completely clashing narratives. There is where the facts matter more than hashtags. Concluding to this, now this is no longer just about one activist or any examination, but about trust in institution, trust in education system, trust that hard work will be rewarded fairly. Because when students stop believing that merit matters, the biggest losses isn't for one generation but for the future of the country. Now the protest continues as Abhijit Dipke has undertaken the hunger strike along with other students undergoing past from before. Planning expansion now is following Wangchuk's hospitalization, CJP announced a Sunset Chalo March to Parliament protest for 28 July, urging more students and citizens to participate peacefully. Where in response, Delhi police responded by increasing security and later declared the proposed march unlawful. What began as a student led movement has now grown into a nationwide campaign from competitive exam aspirants and university students to social activists and education reformers. Like Sonam Wangchuk, the protest has attracted people who say they are demanding accountability and transparencies in India and India's examination system, while several opposition leaders have Voice support, the core movement on the ground, continues to be driven by students and civil society volunteers.